What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the MoJo Ninja Garage. Welcome back to a new video. And today I am doing a, what do I want to call this? Dang, I don't even know what I want to call this, dude.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Let's say it's a mod on one of my tools to make life in the garage a little bit easier for me. So let's look at the bench real quick and then let's break this thing down. All right, so as you can see here, we have an assortment of different roller ball bearings, okay? So I got the regular style, which has got a metal roller on there. Seems to be rolling pretty smooth too. And then I got one that's got the little nylon on there, bearing on there, to kind of see if I can kind of minimize noise. I just kind of want to see which one of these work the best. Now, what I'm going to do with these is I was planning on putting them underneath the Quickjacks, because right now, when I tell you, I love the Quickjacks, don't get me wrong, but trying to move that thing around, and you know, because my garage is not that big, especially when I have both cars in here, it's a little hard to move around and everything. So I always have to kind of set it up, pull everything out of the side, and then bring it over to the other side of one jack to the other side of the garage so I can pull a car in. And then I gotta wrestle with trying to slide the Quickjack underneath the car and line it up right, which is kind of difficult because number one, it's heavy. It's almost about 100 pounds on each one. And putting it underneath the car and kind of position it and making sure it's right is a little difficult. So what I wanted to do is put these wheels, these bearings, these little rollers, basically caster wheels underneath it, and do a quick little mod to it just to see how it works out, to see if I can make life a little easier for me.
I'd buy that for $1.
Using the jacks, and maybe I'll use them more because I like using them. It's just trying to set everything up. It sucks. But this is what I have. So I'm gonna try, I did one a little bit already just to see how it moves. And I use these, the nylon one, and they're 1 inch. And then I got these, I'm gonna use this on one other side, and I kind of just wanna test it out and see how it works. Now, your Quickjacks comes with these cool little hooks right here that you can use to drag it, you know, where you need to drag it at, but that is not the easiest task in the world because the things are so heavy. But if I put these roller bearings underneath there, I'm thinking it'll make life a little easier for me, and I can pretty much set it. I can like bring the car already in the garage. I don't have to open the door, pull the car out, set the jacks up, pull the car in, then kind of fish the lines underneath the car to the other side and do all that stuff. I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to make life a little easier for me in the garage. So let me show you what I did so far. Let's go over to the one that I put the nylon jacks, the nylon ball bearings underneath, and then let's see how that worked out. Oh, one more thing. I also got some double-sided tape, but I'll show you what we're gonna do with that. Let's go over here to, let's go check one out. All right, so here we go. So this is what I got here. This is one of the Quickjacks, and that's pretty much where I keep them at. I keep them on the side of the garage, and then I slide them out whenever I need to, and I'll put one on this side. I even mark the floor up a little bit and make sure I put it in the right spot. And then I'll pull the car in, and then I would have to use the hoses over there, take those hoses, and then kind of fish it underneath the car and drive it over to the other side because I have the pump and everything on that side because that's where my outlet is. Now, this, see, I positioned it right here. So now it's in a spot on the Quickjack to where, see, now the wheels are touching the ground. Let me see if you guys can see this or not, but it's a little easier to move now. So now, like when I move it, it's easier to move, right? And it's off the ground, which you can see. As you can see right here, it's off the ground, and it's evenly off the ground. It's a little higher on the back side, but it's off the ground high enough for me to move it around. Now, matter of fact, let me grab one of those little hook things. All right. So, now the hook things. Now, let's say I'm on I need to pull this thing, and I can just push it with this and then grab it here when I'm on the other side of the car, and then I can grab in the center and slide the whole thing over. Oops, dang. a side at a time. Grab it right here, and it makes it easier to move. That is gonna help things out a lot. Now you gotta kind of put these things in the right position. So I got this one right where it meets, right here. I got the zip tie right there. So I matched it up here and there, and I'm thinking that's gonna work for me, but see these, and I'm thinking because it's that like a nylon type plastic material, it seems to be a little quieter, but it's not as smooth. It almost feels like it's getting caught on something. So, as a matter of fact, let me show you how this one has nothing on it. It's just the way it is. So to pull it, it's gonna take a little bit of muscle to pull that over there. And you see how it just doesn't move evenly. All right, let me show you this again. So, trying to hold the camera and move this thing at the same time, not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, like, see this? It moves fairly easily. I'm not too concerned on noise, but look at how easy that is to move. This one, if I going that way, it takes a considerable amount of strength. And man, it's very likely that you might pull a muscle messing with these things. And I think I had at one point, but this, like one finger, man, and I'm able to move it. So it works out, it's just not that smooth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all what I did on here, and I'm gonna do it on this one, but this time I'm gonna use the other bearings. So let me set the camera up, everything. Grab me 4 of those little bushings, roller bearing casters, and then we'll put them on here and we'll see how it looks. All right, so let's pull this thing into position here. And then let me show you guys what I'm gonna do here. So let me pull this thing back. So now what I'm going to do is prop it up. So I'm using one of these little standoffs. Put that thing up on there like that. And then I'm gonna zip tie this on here. Now I'm kind of gonna try to make sure I got the perfect spot for this thing and make sure it's gonna work for me the way I want it to. All right, so I'm gonna try the metal bearings. I'm gonna put it underneath the same area. So I'm gonna grab a couple of zip ties here. Oh. Give me one right here. All right, so now all I do is I just pretty much cup this thing right underneath like that. And then hold him down back here as far as I can get it. All right, there's that one. And there we go, should be on there. And that moves a lot smoother. It's noisier, but it's a lot smoother. Oh man, that's buttery smooth. Okay, so let's get it on this other end. All right, y'all, so here we go. So now I'm gonna kind of pry this thing up a little bit, just so I can kind of get my hand underneath it. And then I need to lift this thing up. Hopefully not without smashing my fingers here. So let's lift this thing up and put the block underneath this little center part here. You know what I was thinking about before? Not quality of life mod. That's what I want to call this. God dog it, man. Whew. Just got off from work, y'all. There's a lot going on today. All right, so where we are now, like I said, I'm gonna put this thing right here, and I line this zip tie up with this little brace right here. And from there, all we do is put it on here and hold it in place. All right, and there we go. So now, all I gotta do is lift this thing up, I'm gonna kind of turn it over to the side a little bit. Pull this block out. And that, whoa, look at that, boy. And that thing moves buttery smooth. So I guess what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going with the metal ones. Only reason why I was choosing the nylon was because I know these are pretty heavy, but my concrete is pretty good. I didn't want to damage the concrete too much, but it should be fine. But that, dang, it's lifted off the floor pretty nice and it's even all the way around. Yep, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's it right there. I think I like these better than the nylon because the nylon one, it doesn't work that way and it seems like it gets caught. And I'm assuming as soon as some dirt or something gets in there, it's gonna get caught, and that's probably why it's giving me a hard time moving right now. But this one, man, look at that. Little pushes with the finger. Yeah, man, this is gonna work. Okay, so if you can see underneath here, man, look at this. So when I have to drag it around, that's what's happening. Dragging it all around the side of there just to get it to where I need to go. But all right, so let's go ahead and let's clean my little workspace up right here where I'm gonna be attaching these things. So take this off. Really, I can just slide that out right there. I leave that there so I can mark that area. Spray this thing down with some water. All right. So this is where we're going. Clean it off. Put some alcohol on there. Really clean the area off. Make sure it ain't got no oils or anything on there. Let it dry. And then while that's drying, we will put some double-sided tape on this thing. We're gonna put a piece right here on the middle, and we're gonna put a piece on this little corner right here and that corner right there. Pull the tape off. And then, since I know where I'm going, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this zip tie off. I'm gonna put this right there. Now, that's there. Now we'll get us a couple of new zip ties. Get them on here. Let's keep it from moving, sliding around or anything like that. And there we go. Should be on there tight. And there we go. Cutters here. Cut off that excess. And there we go. It is on there. It's not moving and it's not going anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the rest of these, put you guys on the time lapse, and then we're gonna test it out. We're gonna hook them up completely. We're gonna let it go up and then let it go down and make sure that they still move around like they're supposed to. All right, man. Whew. Some hard stuff. Okay, I got them all on there. Now, as you can see, they all roll. They roll, so now let's lift them up. And now if you look at them, now they're flat on the ground like they're supposed to be. And there you go. And then I let it down. All right, so let me stand on them. All right. All right, now they're back on the wheels. There we go, success. Now all we gotta do is make sure that it still fits underneath the car and it's not coming up too high. So let me clean all of this up, and then we'll try and slide it underneath the car, and we'll make sure that we're still clearing right there. If we're clearing that, then this is a success. All right, y'all, here goes the moment of truth. We're gonna roll this thing under there and see if she fits underneath with no problems. And look at that, boy. Oh, and it'll be easy to just roll it right where it needs to go. Oh man. I'm excited, dog. And it just only lifted it up just maybe an inch, half inch to an inch higher, which is fine. So yeah. Man, let me show y'all that. Let me show y'all the clearance here. Okay, look at this, man. So we are clearing underneath there. See there? Got enough room to put the blocks. That's about, I can put my finger underneath there. So that's good, man. This is perfect. And see, now all I got to do is grab this, connect the hose to that one side, push it over there, use that little hook that comes with the Quickjacks, and pull it over the rest of the way and line it where I want it. Man, that's, woo! Oh yeah, man. Let me clean this up, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this video up, y'all. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show you guys, just in case you guys needed measurements. So if you're measuring on the end with the plate, which is pretty much the front of it, I measured from the end of this to about right there, and that is about 8.5. What is that? About 8.5. Where the tip of the little silver part is 8.5. It's 8.5 inches from there, and then on the back end, it's 11 inches. So it's 11 inches from measuring from the back of this edge right here, back of that edge to right here, where the end of the little silver piece is, the little tab. Oh, let me show you the tab, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. Dang. The little tab part right here, where this little end right here, it's 11 inches on the back. So remember, 8 inches on the front, 8.5 on the front, and then 11 inches on the back side. But really, that's just where I have mine. Depending on your situation, you might need to you measure out what won't be too high, because I don't know how high your car is either. So depending on how high your car is or how low your car is, I put it like that, you may need to adjust your wheels either more to the front, or you might need to slide your wheels down just so that the lift will come down a little lower, so you can still roll it easily underneath there. But that's kind of what I did. So there you go. Yes, dog, success. Man, there's a cleaner way it can be done. That's not the only way that can be done. That's just one way it can be done. And I got the inch roller casters, and the nylon ones, I got those off of Amazon, I'll link them just in case y'all want to do it. Like if you have laminated floors, stuff like that, or epoxy floors, those will probably work out pretty good there. But the metal ones, I got those from Harbor Freight, and God dog it, hold on, let me see if I can. I think I threw everything in the trash. Here we go. So here's one of the papers for it right here. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'll link it in the description, exactly which ones it is. You can pull it up online if you wanted to order you some. But it seemed, and it worked out good. Like I said, that's just a quick way of doing it. I didn't really want to put any holes in the Quickjack because I wanted to stay structurally sound. So I just want to do something a little quick, and this is gonna work out. All I'm doing is just sliding it across the floor, and it moves buttery smooth. It's a little loud, but I don't care. It's smooth, and I ain't got to be down there wrestling with that thing, going back and forth. If I need to adjust it, it'll be a quick and easy adjustment. It'll lift the thing up, and it'll be perfect, dude. Loving it. So if y'all, have Quickjacks, this is a nice little hack that you can use that makes it a little bit more movable and easier to move around your garage and move underneath your car and all of that stuff. So I feel like that'll be some good information for y'all, and I wanted to kind of show y'all what I was doing anyway, just in case somebody might be interested in doing that. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on this video. If you made it this far into the video, man, appreciate you. Thank you for hanging in there, man. You the man, or the girl, or you the one. Screw it, I put it like that. And make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.